here we go again, back with more Pro Cycling Manager and our Pro Cyclist Mode Road to Monument series. Today we have another stage race. It's in Portugal, Volta ao Alentejo. 5 stages, 1 hill stage in the first stage, and we have 4 flat stages. You can see the profiles here. Actually pretty hilly, especially the last one here ends quite uphill. So if it's steep enough, this might be classified as a hill stage as well. Bjørn Schmidt isn't registered for this race. He's the joint best rider together with me, and so I think I should be the captain for this race. My team is actually in pretty good shape. I'm in the worst shape of them all, but this could be probably the deciding stage of the race unless the breakaway gets away. Looking at the favorites here, the best guys have around 70. I have 66 hill, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 66 hills stats if I remember correctly. So I will probably not be allowed to get in the breakaway, which is pretty sad because that would be really good for me in this race. So instead, I'm just trying to save up energy. I will probably be protected by some teammates, and then maybe I can get a top 10 finish in this stage, and then maybe later on I can get away in the breakaway on one of the stages and take the overall victory. I still haven't got a victory in this series, and I really wanted soon to get access to higher class races that let me get even more XP than I get right now. But let's just get into this race and get it started. Okay, last 22 kilometers. You can see my pulse is very high right now, actually, because of the major side wind that's been having for an entire race. It's been like plus 30, at least plus 25 for most of the race. It has slowed down a bit as we enter now the first hill. It's pretty much started now. You can see all my teammates are falling off. No one is protecting me the entire stage. That would have really been helpful having a guy sitting in front of me right now. But as of this moment, I can already see I'm not going to get a stage win today. That's impossible, because I'm simply not strong enough in the hills or fitness wise for that. Instead, I'm hoping that I'm be sitting here in the main bunch for as long as possible. We should probably see some attacks soon. Is there an attack already here up in the front from Euskaltel? Is that Euskaltel, or what is that team? That is Euskadi, the other sponsor from Euskaltel team back in the day. No water, so that's annoying as well. But I'm sitting in the first 15-20 riders right here. My other teammates, Pedersen here, is probably the second best rider. He's almost out of energy as well though. Actually worse than me, energy wise at the moment. And here we come. This is probably the bottom of the first climb. Yeah, this is the bottom of the climb. And now we should see people, the first 13 riders have already fallen off. Some of my riders will probably join them next. Oh, I got water for some reason. I don't know how I got water, but that's nice, I guess. Getting water randomly out of nowhere. No one even gave it to me. 85. Right now I'm sitting in, how many riders are in front of me? 11th, 12th position right now. Surprised that it hasn't snapped. It looks like they're about to snap right here somewhere. So it's about a 34-man group out front. Yep, there it goes. 64-man group out in front here. I expected to break in half or something like once more, but so far it seems like it's pretty stable up here. No one seems to really struggle. Okay, all of these riders seems to really struggle. I like about 8 riders more, but it's not like they're in too much trouble. I would really like this Pedersen guy here, Mads Pedersen, to protect me. I am gaining some energy again now here on this little flat downhill section before the final climb. Crash from one of my teammates. Don't care too much about that. I'm sitting in 6th position right now. Just want to move up, so I have on the downhill here. It's easier to move up on downhill than it is on uphill, of course. Sitting as far forward as possible as we enter the final climb here with about 4 kilometers to go. Hoping for a top 10 place right now. That's my goal. Should I go myself here? 85. Is that too much? Is that too little? I don't know. I'm going to go 85 here, and we'll see how far up the climb that pushes me up. I'll zoom in a bit closer. You can probably see some of the guys will break away from me just because they're better hill stats than me. They're about 70 many of the riders here, and I'm 5'6". That's lower than most of them. Let's see. This Bravo guy seems to be strong. Marquet, Escarrera, Averin. I'm actually in top 5 right now, but I'll assume that some of the guys will catch me again at one point at least. I lose my energy as well. 1 kilometer to go. Bravo seems to have won this stage. I expect some guys in the peloton to come up, but right now I'm looking at 4th or 5th place here, which honestly wouldn't be too bad. 500 meters for me to go. Bravo wins the stage. 4th place, some breakaway comes up here. 2nd place to Esquerra. 3rd to Marquet. And 4th place to me in front of Havik, who's actually the number 1 seeded rider in the game. 4th place finish on a hill stage. That's far better than I expected. I wonder if I get an XP for it. I don't think I will, because I have got some 5th place finishes in classics before, on stage races before. So I doubt I'll get an XP for this, but this puts me in a bad position for breakaways, but in a good position for the overall classification later in the race. And here are the results after the first stage. I end up in 4th place, of course. 1 minute and 34 seconds after the extremely dominant guy Koitz Bravo from the Euskadi team. It was really strong actually. I didn't expect him to get such a big gap on a relatively short climb. But that's what you don't see in real life. In this game it's much more likely. If I had protection from my teammate, I think I could have got a top 3 place here. So that's really disappointing in my opinion. I think I could have gotten a lot better placement if I got some help from my team. Maybe I'll get some next stages, but there's no more hill stages to go. So I'll simulate through stage 2 and 3, and then we'll do stage 4 and 5 instead. Okay, here we have stage 4. Stage 2 and stage 3 ended up in both mass sprints, and the guy who finished, Dutch rider who finished in 5th place on the first stage, ended up taking a 3rd place on the first place victory on the 3rd stage. So that means he's now 4th overall, and of course overtaking me, so now I'm dropped down to 5th. I did actually get some XP because of a type 5 finish, and because I wear the white jersey, of course, or the under 25 jersey for 1 stage, something I haven't done before in this series. So that gives me some XP, so I'm actually pretty close right now to leveling up. A stage win will probably actually give me the level up, so hopefully we can take home either stage win or an improvement in the overall classification on this stage. Let's get into it. Okay, 24 kilometers to go. We're heading to a point sprint. There is this little climb, but it's not even steep enough to actually have any percentages or any color. So you can see how steep it is. So I presume it's like 1 to 3% climb. But I know I'm still a strong rider in flat and just in breakaway in general. So hopefully it'll still be enough to get away. There's been a lot of wind the entire stage here. You see right now it's up to 39, which is quite a lot honestly. I wouldn't have minded my teammates set himself up now and pulling a hard pace for the rest of the race here. Havik is the guy who of course overtook me in the standings, and has also taken the white jersey officially for me. I'm still wearing it, so I'm pretty easily recognizable in the peloton here. Let's see, can I move in even further up forward here just to ensure I am in as good of position as possible before the final sprint here. The peloton is stretched out a lot right now. You can see some riders effectively falling off the first one just as I look. Apparently that's pretty a weird coincidence here. I have a protection as well as to say Eskren has protected me all day long. That's a big help for me. You can see he's even struggling actually keeping up with me here on the flat. His pulse is over 180. So he's really working as hard as he possibly can. It is a 3% climb here as well. That probably hurts a lot of the riders in the peloton as well here. Apart from this Havik guy who's strong anyway. Question is, when should I attack here? And is it even worth it to attack? Should I instead try and get on a wheel here? I still have 64 sprint. I know the best riders in the peloton have around 72. But I'll just look at it for a minute here. Okay, I think I have decided that I actually want to attack right now here. We are on the climb now. It's pretty much where we are. Okay, of course. It's not a long climb. The breakaway is right up there. They've all pretty much already reached the top of the climb. So I have to get past these riders as soon as possible, and I don't know which way I want to go, because I think the wind is coming from the right. So they'll all be riding to the left, but I'm plugged in here. So I go to the right. I actually managed to get out pretty fast. Oh, they move in to block me a bit off here. I get actually a pretty good acceleration out of the bunch, better than I expected, because we are pretty close to the finish line as well though. Is that Havik of all people? Yeah, that's the guy who won the last couple of stages, going after me here. I don't know if he's trying to defend his overall position, or a jersey, his white jersey or something like that. I go up to the breakaway here, go past it. I expect them to follow me because I'm not that strong that they shouldn't be able to follow me. This Havik guy is so strong again. That's really annoying. and they do actually manage to stay on my wheel as well. I don't know what I should do right here. Because now I stopped. The Pelton is coming down here. Bravo, the yellow jersey here, is still with us. But all of the sprinters, many of the sprinters are probably gone now. Could be a good position if I hadn't used that much energy, but if I hadn't used that much energy, I probably wouldn't have been in this position at all instead. So I expect Havik to win another stage here, 2 stages in a row for him. Unless some of the sprinters down here have more energy left than him. He has of course gone solo as well as I have. Power is actually pretty strong. Gonzalez here. I don't think I'll win this stage. He's too strong for me to win this stage. I'm already out of energy right here. I can't sprint anymore anyway. There, I just lost my last bit of energy here. Can I still get a top 3 finish or something like that? Wouldn't be too out of the question here. It's so close to me winning a stage. But I think I'll just miss out and get a 3rd place finish here, which isn't too bad considering it's a flat stage. I like that I can celebrate. I don't know what I'm celebrating, but I just did it for fun. 3rd place finish is okay result. 40-man group actually got away here. We go inside the house to end the stage off, of course. Okay, this is stage 5. You can actually see it ends on a category 4 climb. I've noticed this. This might be my chance to get away, because this is classified as a flat stage. But if the other hill riders, classement riders, don't think it's a hill stage, which it pretty much is since it ends on a category 4 climb, it might give me a chance to get away. I thought that yesterday as well. They still counted me because I'm so far in classification that they didn't want me to let me away. Hopefully I will be let away this time and can take a stage win and maybe even move up a few places in classification. That would be a pretty tall order, but I might do it anyway. Let's try. Okay, last 22 kilometers. There's still a 7-man break out in front. They're actually looking pretty dangerous in my opinion right here. So some of the main teams have set themselves up front now to reel in the breakaway. Of course this is a sprint, so I'm expecting actually most of the sprinters team to be here. But of course all the favorites are up here in the front of the peloton as well. Question is once again, when should I attack? On the bottom of the climb, should I wait and try for just a sprint and hopefully the other sprinters will weak out? Of course a guy like Havik is a better sprinter. The green jersey who won me yesterday is of course a better sprinter than me and just as good in the hills as I am, so I'm a bit worried about him for example. I don't think I'll just beat him in a sprint straight up, and I'm terrible at sprints. I've done it so many times and I still can't figure it out in this game. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but it hasn't worked out for me. Okay, the peloton stopped. What? Why? How? Oh my god, I got blocked 3 times. The peloton, look at this, they're going like 30 kilometers an hour, 2 minutes up to the front group right now. And we can already see that now the big guns are moving forward because I can't be led away. I'm too far up in the standings to just be led away like that. So that's why they have to go right here. I go under the point sprint here as well, I think. Wow, they're going really fast down the belts, and I don't know if it's an attack from one of the riders or if it's just like them pulling in front of the peloton right now. But I have 43 seconds up to the breakaway now. Let's see who will move. I expect Havik especially to move down in the peloton. 90 going out right here. I don't have any red bar left, but my yellow bar is still pretty filled out. So that's my hope right now. I'm getting up to closer to the breakaway group. Holding the distance okay right now to the peloton behind me. 20 seconds or so now. Still 6 kilometers to go. The climb hasn't really started yet. I'm still going at my own pace. Pulling the breakaway with me, I'll guess I'll do here. I expect some of them to go on my wheel, because I still think they have some energy left to do so. Still 3 kilometers to go. And now they sprint, they have energy left as well that I don't have left. So I can't win the stage, they were too far ahead of me. The breakaway here. Wow, that's annoying. What is this? 5th place finish again. Oh, I can't believe I actually beat everybody in the peloton. and one guy in the breakaway as off here, and I still didn't win the stage because we didn't catch the breakaway in time. But that's really why I got away, because the peloton slowed down to 30 kilometers an hour on flat road. That's just so slow for a peloton. 7th place finish is not good enough. And yeah, 5th overall after this Volta ao Ensaio. I don't think I'll get an XP for it, but we'll just check it out anyway. So with that, I of course end 5th overall after 7th place finish. Still a pretty good result. The guy Sprava, who won the first stage, it's pretty much exactly the same result as did after the first stage, except this Joy Havik guy overtaking me in standings. Otherwise pretty much the same. I don't know if any riders dropped off, I don't expect them to. But yeah, still pretty happy about a top 5 place, considering I was not a top 5 favorite for the hill stage at all. Let's take out if I got an XP or if I'm close to leveling up. And nope. Nothing popped up. You can see down here at the bottom, I'm pretty close to leveling up. My next race, I don't have any more in March, right? Yeah, so my next race will be the 15th of April. It's a 4-day stage race. I could do the under 23 race. I don't know if I get an XP for that. Otherwise I might just do it just to get the XP for it. And I think it'll be an easy way to get a win. I think I'll put this on. It only cost me 1 point anyway. So I'll do that, and then next race I'll do Trofeo Piva, and let's see how many races I'll do here. Flat, 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 flat. Oh, this is pretty boring. Roman Cadiz won last year. He's not that great either, so I don't think the competition will be that tough if I enter the race. But I would like to do some more 1.2 races, because that's 1-day classics. We'll have to wait until late April or start of May to do those races. So I'll do this 1.2 under 23 race, the next video, and then I'll look into doing maybe some of these stages. But that's it for today. If you enjoyed it, please remember to leave a like, comment, and enjoy watching the video. Then yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. See you guys next time. Goodbye.